TOGO-Press Muzzle, critical media more than ever in Togo. We were barely recovering from the unfair sanction imposed on the newspaper Liberté by the High Authority for the Audiovisual and Communication, HAAC, but the Togolese media world is again shaken by a series of events that raise questions. The bi-weekly magazine The Alternative was not on newsstands yesterday, Tuesday, the 7th of March, 2023. Curious thing is, the newspaper did not produce any notes to inform its readers. While they were wondering, the information fell like a cutter. Publishing Director Ferdinand Ayité has been missing since the 5th of March, 2023, according to his relatives, while he was summoned on Sunday, the 5th of March, 2023, to the Central Research and Criminal Investigation Service, SCRIC, of the National Gendarmerie, for the purposes of a judicial investigation. Ferdinand Ayité has no longer given any news. His family and people are worried, after receiving a summons from the SCRIC to appear on Sunday, the 5th of March, 2023 at 3 p.m. Ferdinand Ayité remains missing after leaving the house for groceries at around 9 p.m, alerted Isidore Kowo, editor-in-chief of the newspaper on his Facebook page, long before even the convocation to the SCRIC, and Ferdinand Ayité, and the late Joliga, former publication director of the weekly magazine Fraternity, and Isidore Kowo are expected to appear today, the 8th of March, 2023, in the correctional chamber of the Court of First Instance of Lomé in the case between them and Ministers Kojo of Commerce and Paisak Batomi, guardian of seals. As a reminder, in this case, the late Joliga and Ferdinand Ayité were detained for a month in the Lomé civil prison before being granted provisional release on the eve of New Year's Eve, the 31st of December, 2021, although Joliga died a few weeks after their release, and the other two have publicly apologized to the two ministers. That hasn't stopped them from taking them to court. In addition, the case between the Tampa Express newspaper and the CEO of Togo Terminal is far from knowing its epilogue. Let us be reminded that this newspaper was suspended on the 2nd of February, 2023, with the title Liberté, for 3 months publication by the HAAC. In addition to this suspension, the bi-monthly will still have to face a new complaint in the courts. Charles Kakao, boss of Togo Terminal, who had previously filed a complaint to the HAAC, this time claims 30 million inches damages and interest. To the scenarios that pollute the media landscape at the beginning of the year in Togo, another story has been added to the newspaper The Independent Express. Indeed, former Minister of Economy and Finance Ajiota Asa felt he had to expose an old case against him against brother Carlos Ketohau, publishing director of the newspaper The Independent Express, whose receipt was withdrawn by the HAAC in 2021. In a letter to the Journalists' Board, the Public Ministry informs that he and his clients will not attend the 4th of January, 2023 hearing. The court has postponed the case to the 22nd of February, 2023. At this date, we do not want to grant another dismissal given that the articles published by your clients that justify our actions are causing the client so much harm to the point that justice is urgently needed to rule on their veracity. The mail read, recall that this complaint is related to articles published in 2015 by 3 newspapers, Liberté, El Independent Express and L'Heure des on a corruption case related to the construction of the Lomé-Vogan and Foyne Road. FCFA 26 billion intended for the repair of this road had taken to other destinations. So what is this harassment against the critical press in Togo about, especially as we approach the regional and legislative elections that will be held this year? Kofi Yamgnane, leader of the Sursaut Togo movement had, at the beginning of the year, called 2023 the year of all dangers. Are we on track? JD Liberty number 3789.